Hello everybody, I'm Jakub and this is right here.
That's me!
Yay!
That's me! Hi, I'm Anna.
And today we are doing something for the first time on our channel, but I hope it's going to become kind of a habit for us. We thought that since with the whole OGL thing happening and all that, it might be fun to just take one of the million of RPG books on our shelves and do a quick review. So what we are how it's going to look like is we have absolutely no script whatsoever, because I can't read. I'm a writer, don't expect too much from me. And we are just going to open the book and we are going to talk about what's cool about it, what's uncool about it, what we like, what we don't like, what we think a new player playing this book should pay attention to, and what's like fun. And anyway,
let's start.
What we're going... there is the cut. The kitty cat. Anyway, what we are going to be talking about today is the Pathfinder, second edition, I believe. Is it a second edition? It's a second edition. So this is the core rulebook with like some fancy art, and we thought it might be a cool book to start the cycle with, because
it's probably the easiest thing to do if you're starting from Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, because the world and the type of a play that you're going to be encountering in Pathfinder is pretty much the same. The world is different, it's not Forgotten Realms, it's Golarion, which is same, but different, but the same, but slightly different. And I personally think it's more fun.
So yeah, basically the things about Pathfinder that you should know before you even start thinking of getting this game and playing it for the first time is that it is a D20 system that is kind of similar to D&D if you're familiar with it. If you are not familiar with it, then basically it is a check system where you have a given check difficulty from the Game Master and you roll a D20, add the modifier from your skills. There is a lot of those. And it is a little bit crunchy within the confines of what a D20 system can be. So it is not the most narratively easy system to get into, but if you like using tactics and maybe crunching your characters, if you like to have like complex combo plans with your party members, then it is very much a game for you. And as most of this type of game, it is a little bit combat oriented, but it has extensive mechanics for other activities like social interactions, crafting and stuff like that. It doesn't excel at crafting and similar stuff, but when it comes to like role playing, combat and the general three pillars of play, it is quite excellent.
Yeah, it's going to be an easy switch for you if you're starting with D&D, because the playthrough is pretty much the same.
But you gotta like math.
It's beneficial to know and like mathematics for this, but it's not too bad. And especially if you're planning to play on some kind of virtual tabletop, this game just runs for flies. We are playing Pathfinder currently with our group. We're playing on Foundry, a virtual tabletop, and it's the smoothest experience I had playing on any kind of virtual tabletop, so highly recommended.
Yeah, it has the support for this game on Foundry is amazing, and also on sites like World Anvil and similar, it has extensive libraries and wikis that you can use and find. So if you're looking for online support for your game, Pathfinder is probably going to be the second easiest one to get any kind of online information and homebrews after the obvious.
Extra, all of the rules of Pathfinder 2nd edition are available online for free. All of them.
And so is our dog stomping. Anyway, let's get into the book. So this is the Pathfinder. I'm gonna try to make it so you can actually see it. So when you open the book, the most important thing you see is the contents. They are, as you see, with neat, little, easy to read fonts with beautiful art. So it is going to lead you straight to where you want to go, and the chapters are organized in a really user-friendly manner that is going to tell you how to make a spaghetti immediately. And
basically the first half of the book is stuff you're gonna need for character creation and character advancement. So all the classes, all the ancestries, because there are no races here, spells, feats, equipment, everything you're going to need as a player to have fun. The other part of the book is the description of the world and all the rules of play and Game Master's advice, treasures and
Yeah,
other
and
stuff like that.
as I think we can maybe show you for a little bit, the character creation and what you should do once you start getting into this quite sizable tome. Nobody knew who I was until I put on the cat. I'm Catman. Wow. So the book is going to lead you in a bunch of steps what you should do, how you should start out your character. It's going to give you tips and pointers on how to like start your character, what you should do to start think of the concept. It's going to give you ideas for that. So even if you like don't know what your character wants to be, you don't know what you want to play, that core rulebook is definitely going to provide you with a plethora of concepts and ideas for your character.
And if it feels overwhelming, there are online tools available for free. For example, something called Path Builder, which allow you to create your character just choosing from the available options for the archetype you already chosen. It allows you to make a character within like 5 minutes or so. So if those 700 pages make you feel overwhelmed, you don't have to be.
Yeah, I like those 700 pages, and I still use Path Builder. So like it just makes creating a character so much easier, and everything in it is like available in like 2 clicks. So we're definitely going to try to remember to put links to all those resources in the description below. And speaking of which, the next step in creating your characters is liking and subscribing to this video, and potentially pressing the bell button, although its actual function is still unknown. So yeah, next on you have like character classes that have a lot of information given to them, and it's also all presented in easily acceptable and legible form. I'm gonna try to find one, like dwarves, I don't know. Languages, characters, there we go. So as you can see, like when you go to, for example, to the champion, you have all the base information on exactly opposite page that I'm showing, so like...
It's a nice piece of art.
Yes, but what I was trying to show you is this, that it presents you with all the information, what is like the thing that you need to know for the character, what you're going to be doing as this character, how other characters and non-player characters are going to perceive you, and also you have like on the side neat little bits of information. So in conjunction with the character creation tools and stuff like that, you should be able to create yourself any kind of character quite easily. And then you can just get into the thick of it. And the thick of it, which is the reason why the character book, the core book is so long, is that there is so many options in this game. There is like hundreds of feats, hundreds of options, hundreds of like gear pieces and stuff like that. And a lot of it is presented like this, which I think is the downside of this book. Like I like to have a lot of options, but as a new player, it might get a little bit overwhelming. So you might, so you were either going to want to follow some kind of, one of many available guides that are going to help you make a character that works and does exactly what you want them to do, or you're going to be spending a lot of time reading.
The good side is the fact that Pathfinder 2nd edition actually has a very good starter set, which is already prepared with pre-generated characters, and it has an adventure that you can follow in a very easy way that teaches you all the rules of the system. There
might have even been an index in the end. There is. I would show it to you, but I won't. It's upside down. So you can...
That's actually the glossary.
God damn it, I can't... Told you I can't read.
Oh, it's a glossary together with an index, so we're all good. He was right.
Ish. And
close enough.
So yeah, generally, if you are looking for a specific spell, ability, item, or anything like that, it is super easy to find in this book. But if you are going in it without knowing what you're looking for, then I recommend using a third-party tool to show you and guides to show you options. There is a bunch of guides online you can really easily find for any kind of ability. Just like I remember I was making a character for the first time, so I just went like, I kinda want to be a melee, but also ranged, but also a spellcaster and sneaky. They have a build for me, and they did. They had.
And it's not even multi-class.
It's not even a multi-class, no. And it's even for the right game. So, like, look at this.
Like what?
This.
Oh yeah, there's a cat there.
Cat. It goes meow, 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 and a meow, meow, meow.
I mean...
We have 24/7 monitoring in this house.
Our cats sit everywhere they want. So, just to summarize. Pathfinder is a good choice for you if you're coming from Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition and you're interested in a game that feels similar, gives you tons of options, because it's not just the core book, there are dozens, I'd say, by this time.
At least 3.
There are dozens of other books with extra rules, extra player options, hazards, world descriptions, even steampunky or arcane punk elements. There are multiple bestiaries, so if you're looking for a game that you can actually run this campaign that we always dream of from level 1 to level 20 and beyond, Pathfinder 2nd edition is definitely a good choice for you, because it's going to give you this experience.
Yeah, it comes with the setting called Gloranta.
Golarion.
Gloranta is the wrong setting.
It's RunQuest.
We're gonna talk about RuneQuest next time, and I'm totally gonna call the setting Golarion. Okay, anyway, so welcome back after the second break. We were talking about the setting before our dog decided to tell us everybody what she thinks about the neighbor's puppy. She's not a fan. And generally, the setting Golarion.
Yes.
Yes. The setting Golarion is well thought through. It has suitable epic and like cosmic elements to it, and it generally goes down from all those pantheons and astral spaces and different planets. It goes down straight to like the general kingdoms and adventurers level, so you can run any kind of adventure you want in it. Or you can homebrew something of your own. And it has
As we all do.
suitable medieval-ish kingdoms, and it has cyberpunk. It does not have cyberpunk. It has steampunk deserts. Desert cities with gunslingers and criminal undergrounds and haste. It has jungles, it has everything you want except for cyberpunk. It does not contain cyberpunk nor Gloranta. And it is going to allow you to run any kind of campaign you want, or just use it as a basis, like take pieces of it and splash them into your own setting and homebrew whatever you want from it. The game does have really nicely presented walls of text that are going to tell you everything about it. And that is similarly presented in a simple form like this.
Well, the easy way to get into it is by using one of the published adventures. There are multiple adventure paths for Pathfinder 2nd edition, in which you get to choose from playing outlaws in a steampunk western city to playing city watch, to running a circus, to saving the world from demonic cults. You know, standard array, but fun, and generally very well written and with full virtual tabletop support.
Yeah, so it is definitely one of the best and best developed and supported systems you can get into if you're just starting RPGs or you want to switch from a certain game for certain reasons that are undisclosed and mysterious and magical. So it is definitely a good game for you to pick up. It is quite matty, and it has a lot of tables and a lot of text to get through if you want to like really dig into it, but it is very optional because you can play the game without it or use third-party support tools to quickly find the information you need or get ideas for what you want to do in it.
It is still beneficial to have at least one person in the party who actually read that book, though. I guess that's it for this episode.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments how you like it, if you want us to change something about this formula.
Thanks for listening. We are looking forward to talking to you about more RPG systems that aren't the one, because there is a whole plethora of games that you could be playing, and the time is now. Yeah,
and if you made it that far in the video, then hey, congratulations. And if you have played Pathfinder and have any advice for new players that want to join the game, just drop it in for them in the comments. We are going to put a little heart in there if you like it. And also, if you want us to review any particular system, and in this way, it's hard to even call this a review. It's more like an overview of a system this way. Then let us know in the comments, and we are going to look into it. And if we know the system, if we have the systems, we are going to get through it, to it. And if we don't, we might get it and do it anyway. So yeah, that would be it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I was just going to say Patreon.
was was just going to say Patreon.
High five.
Go ahead.
Well, I think we already did. So yeah, cheerio. And we are reviewing the cat. Cat, he's a kitty cat. He goes meow, 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 and a meow, meow, meow. Cat, he's a kitty cat. He goes meow, 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 and a meow, meow, meow.
I'm still recording, baby.
I'm not wearing any pants.